Hi, I'm Rob and I love movies. Yesterday, I finally got around to seeing The Congress from writer-director Ari Folman. The film stars Robin Wright, Harvey Keitel, Paul Giamatti, Cody Smit-McPhee, Cody Smit-McPhee, sorry about that, and John Hamm. And for the most part, it's a story about a mother trying to reconnect with her son and trying to find him and trying to help him through a very strange medical issue that they never really give much explanation to. But on the other hand, it's also about an actress, Robin Wright, of course, portraying a caricature of herself. It's about her selling Robin Wright, her image, her likeness, her personality, her name, to a movie studio called Miramount, which I thought was pretty funny. And that leads me into one of the problems that I had with this film. It's the two main parts of the film. You have Robin Wright selling herself, basically, to the studio. And then you have this basically drug revolution where interestingly enough, Miramount, the movie studio, is now selling this drug that makes everything turn into animation. And those two stories, they kind of just happen together, and they don't really feel connected as much as I really feel like they should have been connected. They just were happening at the same time, at the same place. And I don't know, that coincidental feel kind of felt forced, and I'm not really sure how I feel about that. But as a critique of American society, I do think the film made some good points. The first part, Robin Wright selling herself, it's on the one hand, I think the film overall seemed like it was critiquing technology, which in and of itself isn't a bad thing. Technology, that is. What makes it a bad thing is when people are misusing it. And the film really, I didn't feel like it made that distinction, that it's not the technology that's bad, it's the people making the technology for bad purposes that make the technology bad. But the first half, it definitely is critiquing our cult of celebrity, if you will, and how the persona of these stars is everything, and it's kind of taken over the industry. And in that respect, I think Folman makes a very, very good point that it's a road that doesn't lead anywhere good. Of course, then sometime after she sells her, 20 years after she sells herself to Miramount, they are hosting the Futurist Congress, which is a release of the drug that they've created that creates a permanent state of animation. Basically, you take the drug and everything around you will become forever animated, and you will forever view the world as animation. And course, there's rebels that come and try to prevent it from happening, but eventually the majority of the world becomes this what's the word? Becomes a bizarre animated dystopian society, and that was very interesting. Of course, the visuals of the animated sequences were very, very unique, very beautiful, and they make a good point that as a society we have a problem with self-delusion and lies and drugs to cover up the unpleasant realities of our world. And I think the film rightly addresses that as a huge problem. So I think the film has good messages, and I think it's saying things that need to be said. But like I said, I wish the messages had been a little better connected. The film is based on I believe it's a French comic or graphic novel. I'm not really sure. I didn't research it. And I imagine that would be the part about the futurist Congress and the animation drug and all of that bit. I'm not really sure how the star selling herself to the movie studio fits into the original source material. So that could play into why the two pieces of the film feel kind of disjointed. My only other complaint would be the acting, sadly. Of course, the stars are huge. Robin Wright is an incredible actress, and the same for Harvey Keitel. But for both of them, the live action pieces of the film just felt dry and flat. Their characters didn't really resonate at all in the live action sequences, and that could have been the fact that their dialogue was very speechy. It didn't feel like they were talking. It felt like they were giving speeches. And I mean, it could also have been the performances. I'm not really sure, but definitely the live action sequences were the weakest part of the film, sadly. And then once everything became animated, the performances did improve. So, I don't know. However, I did enjoy the film. It was nice. It was very interesting. It was very bizarre, and it's a unique film. And I would recommend it, but it's not an amazing, wonderful best of the year film. I would rate it, I'm going to say 3.5 out of 5 stars. If you've seen the film already, please head down to the comments below and let me know what you thought of it. I would love to continue discussing it if we could, and see you next time. Thanks for watching.